And we are live.
What is up, everyone? This is the Fight Like Hell podcast, episode 22.
Yep.
And we are doing our first YouTube live, and Austin and I are rolling solo because we've done a lot of these recently, and they pretty much have always, the last 3 or 4 have been with guests. How you doing, Austin?
Good, man. Trying to figure this thing out on YouTube live, and we'll see how this goes. So,
Yeah, we'll be covering each other's asses. He'll be covering my ass if something comes up with ALY, our favorite service dog, and I'll be covering with bullshitting as we're trying to fumble our way through this because, like Austin just said, this is our first live episode on YouTube.
yeah.
So if you're joining us now or if you're joining us in the future, it is today is 7/13. July 13th, 2021, and it is a Tuesday. It's not a Monday.
Yeah, I mean, and why is that, Rob?
I'm drinking beer right now. I'm going to lie.
I'm going to say, what's your excuse, Rob?
So, all right, we'll break this down, but we're going to be kind of tiptoeing on what we say here because
Yeah.
there's a couple of new announcements to make. So,
Not that they're going to listen to it anyways.
exactly. So Rob has a new girlfriend, let's say. DMs are
Replaced me. He replaced me. That's what he did.
And he went to a fair yesterday and spent quite a bit of time out there to the point where he pitched the idea of maybe doing the podcast around like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And anyone that's listened to our podcast before knows they go at least an hour to sometimes 2.5 hours. And you basically told me what?
So yeah, so my comment was, I have a wife, unlike some people over there. I don't go home alone, so I actually have someone I got gotta hang out with.
I have a girlfriend now. I don't hang out just by myself. Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing right now?
Hang out with myself. Well, I had to do the podcast.
Is that your excuse?
I had a 2-hour drive, so it was either drive home hours later, start the podcast around 10:30, finish up. Yeah. So this morning I had several DMs from people talking shit about the fact that, oh, thanks for ruining my week, Rob. I heard you didn't want to do the podcast last night. And this motherfucker doesn't take any negative credit towards it because we probably could have done the podcast. It would have been late as hell. But we both came to a mutual agreement.
I mean, it's still your fault. It's still your fault.
No, we came to a mutual agreement last night. I get in my DMs and I see him and Sam just like ripping on me. A fucking Canadian SOS rep. Just fucking destroying me, talking shit about,
what time did you get home last night?
I could have got home earlier. I stayed out later. I got home at 1. But I could have, like, when we were talking, it was that point where I would need to leave within the next 30 minutes, and we could have made that time. We discussed it. You basically said no. So I said, fuck it. Like, I'm going to spend the next 2 hours with her and my dog and family. Let's just say that. But enough of that. Let's get into our show notes. So, weekend adventures. Austin, did you do anything?
The same as usual.
No, actually, you guys had a pretty big weekend. Wasn't it like...
Didn't I? I mean, I had a sale. That's about it, though.
Yeah, but why?
Oh, I mean, because I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, so we did a flash sale this weekend for Vigilant and Humble, and did some, you did well. You did good. You had a good weekend, I heard.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
And then that was pretty much it. You just worked on the website and stuff like that.
Pretty much same thing as usual. Yeah. Nothing too exciting.
And then for myself, I went out to see my significant other that now is publicly known on some of my social media. I'm still going to keep her name denounced for now. Just because we're hoping she actually wants to be a guest on the podcast. And I told her, you have to actually listen to the podcast to join. And she's like, no, I'm just going to go listen to episode 20. So if you guys are new to this podcast and you want to hear a fucked up funny story, probably about like 2-3 weeks ago, me and this girl had kind of a fallout for few days, and I may have gotten drunk. Talked a lot of shit about her on that podcast. Not too proud of that, but like things worked out, and we're together. We're happy now. Yay! But yeah, no, it was a good weekend, I guess. We did some hiking. What else did we do? Some hiking. We went to a fair. Dude, I tried these new beers. I wish
Natty Lights.
would like sponsor us or whatever, because the Natter
We're
Day
not.
beers.
We're not that cool.
Yeah, we'll get there. The Natter Day beers are the shit. And funny story about this. So we were gonna do a little bit of day drinking, and like hiking.
Mhm.
Just like literally, she had the idea of let's get a 6-pack and split it. And like she was gonna drink probably like 4. I was gonna drink 2 because I was driving us. So we go to the store, we get it, and then we realize a couple of her friends are going. So we're like, okay, well, we need just a few more beers. Maybe there are like 6 or 8 more beers. And I go back in the store, and they have like this thing where you can pick out 6 beers, any type of beer you want, or seltzers. And we decided we are gonna do kind of like a seltzer day. So she went in, got 6 seltzers. I went in, got 6 seltzers, and then I saw these stuff. I was like, God, those look good. It's a pineapple lemonade beer.
That sounds good. I like pineapple.
It's actually really good. So I see it, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Can I get a 6-pack of that? Like, they only come in 30 packs. And I'm like, if I walk out with a 30 pack, I'm be like, what the fuck?
30 of them? That's it?
A 30 rack? That's a lot of beers.
No, that's what I'm saying. They only come in 30 packs, though? Like, that's it?
Anything smaller than that. Well, at least, all right, at that store, that's all they had to offer. I'm assuming that Natural Light or whatever has, like, small.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But either way, now I got a 30-pack plus a 6-pack, and then behind her, she has a Slurpee machine with hard alcohol on it. And I'm staring at it. She's like, you want a Slurpee, don't you? And I'm like, yes, please. She's like, you want to sample them?
Who doesn't want an alcoholic Slurpee?
Yeah. So I sampled a couple, and then she gave me one. And then my dumbass is like, how am I supposed to drive with this? This is an open container. It's like, oh, shit. Like, I'm supposed to seal it for you. So she seals it, and I walk out the store, and now I'm carrying a 30 rack of beer, plus the 6-pack, plus a fucking adult drink. I get in the car. She's like, "You're a fucking lush." She's like, "I send you in there for 6 beers and ice. And you
come out with like 40.
You come out with like 40 different things." I'm like, guess what? I'm like, I forgot the ice. So.
Of course you did. And so they do come in 12 packs.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I just looked it up. They do come in 12 packs.
Can you show them on the screen? All right. Yeah, we're still messing around with our new program that we use, StreamYard.
Yeah, I mean,
cool feature.
Let's see. Share screen. There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
For those who like pineapple lemonade and drinking beer.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I might have to try one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to buy a 12-pack, but I might want to try one.
Oh, don't worry, we sell them in 30s out here.
Apparently. And Rob buys them all.
I'll probably still have something left by the time you come out here. That's another thing. Austin and I are getting together at the end of the month. Coming out to Wyoming. Joked about that or what?
Yes and no.
Okay, why no?
Money wise.
All right.
But other than that,
make some money. Buy some this week ASAP. But yeah, so I mean that was pretty much the weekend, and I guess should we get into the other thing?
Yeah, besides our weekend adventures, I mean, I don't think there was anything else that happened. And then you got some big news that you were supposed to talk about on the last podcast, but we had a guest, so we didn't want to go over him. But now there's just me and you. What's your big news, Rob?
So the big news is I tentatively accepted a promotion to go run an IT team out of the Grand Canyon, and it's kind of a pretty much dream job, and it's a really good opportunity for Allie and I. Going to test my current relationship a little bit, but other than that, like career
including
wise,
ours, duh.
I mean, we're going to be in the same time zone half the year.
Half the year. That's just weird that Arizona does that, though.
Arizona doesn't fucking change their time. Like the other couple weeks ago, I went to do the interview, and he sent me the time, and he put MST, which is Mountain Standard Time, or he put something that represented Mountain Time, but I guess it's just slightly different, and it's for Arizona time. So like the interview time rolls around, and I'm waiting for him to call me. Like 5 minutes go by, and I'm like, am I supposed to call him? Like I'm looking at the emails, and I'm like, no, he's supposed to call me. So I decide to shoot him an email. That scared the shit out of me. My Roomba just hit my door, and I was like, I'm going to grab my someone that's coming in my. I might have to get that if it keeps doing that shit.
That's fine.
Anyways, so I go to like get set up to do this interview, and I send him an email like, hey, did you need me to call you, or are you gonna call me? He's like, we're in Mountain blah 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 time, which is not standard time. He's like, it's only 12 o'clock here. Your interview's at 1. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought you said Mountain Standard Time. So yeah, half the year Arizona doesn't do their time change, so they just stay the same time. So they're on West Coast time some of the year, and then they're on Mountain Standard Time, which is what everyone in this area does.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, but
yeah. So I mean, I think it'll be a good job for you. I mean, you'll be in on the North Rim, right? South Rim, okay. But yeah, and I think it'll be an overall good, experience for you.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty cool adventure, and then on top of that, you get to take the ALY, aka Service Dogwood, and we're gonna have some fun. I mean, like some of the things that my team and I will go to fix, we'll either have to get to by hiking in, helicopter, or mule.
Yeah, so it'll be an ass on top of an ass.
Funny. So yeah, that was the big news. As everyone knows who works in the government or has worked for the military or federal,
they're super fast for everything.
These things take time, and or sometimes they just don't happen. So that being said, it's not the way I look at it until I actually have my house picked out and have my movers here moving my shit. I'm looking at it as like I'm not officially gone until I'm gone. And currently it looks like I'm projected to leave the end of August. So I got a month and a couple weeks left in Wyoming. So,
yeah, man. I mean, get out of your small town to go to even smaller town.
Something like that. But what I'm told, like there's like 600 people that work in that area.
What's the Grand Canyon?
Yeah. And a lot of people are closer to my age, whereas my current federal job, I'm kind of like back in the middle or young. Like I'm one of the youngest ITs that they have. I'm not even super young. Fucking 38 years old. Like about ready to be 39. And I'm literally the second youngest guy in an 11-man sized team. Everyone else is older than me by like 10 years, 15, sometimes 20. Some of them are old enough to be my parents. It's fucking weird. And the other job supposedly has people more my age or younger, which will be nice because Allie and I want to make friends and we want to.
It's because no one wants to work in the heat.
Yeah. I'm hoping it won't be that bad.
Well, I mean, the South Rim is supposed to get the hottest out of all the rims in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, what's the hottest temperatures, though? I think it's like 114 or something like that.
That's still ridiculous.
I agree.
I mean, but then again, it's an estimated like 6 million people visit the Grand Canyon a year. So, I mean, you'll definitely meet probably a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I could just like promote our podcast out there. That's how we're going to increase. because like so far, like we've
Just
done well.
see if you can run ads in the Grand Canyon.
We've we've done well on I guess Apple Music, or not Apple
Apple
Music,
Podcasts.
podcasts, and we've done pretty good on Spotify, Google, all that good stuff. And then the YouTube channel is fairly new. I think this is only like our 4th or 5th episode that we've
Yeah,
done.
I think it's our 5th episode.
Yeah, so we're still doing pretty good at that. And if you're not following and you want good content where you actually get to hear other people besides just him and I occasionally, definitely subscribe. Austin, those who are new that are listening for the first time, what's our podcast about?
So our podcast is about people, well, everyday people, or just anybody in general who's had to fight their way to where they're at today. Because the quote is, when the time comes, you have two options: you can give up, or you can fight like hell.
Yep. And we've had some pretty amazing guests on who have served in the military, who were obese and ended up training and completing a marathon and is training for a triathlon. We've had on authors. We've had on people that are into fitness that have served in the military. TikTok famous people.
We don't talk about that guy.
Yeah. No, just it's
Speaking of that guy, he sent me a message. He's like, "I see Rob replaced you."
replaced me on what?
No. Scotty sent me a message and saying that you replaced me because you got a girlfriend. He's like, "That's why I haven't seen him."
Oh, so he's talking the shit that I'm
Talking
around him
yeah,
about me?
yeah, about you.
Oh my god, whatever, man.
Everybody's talking shit about you.
Dude, like, why can't people be happy for me? Like, I'm happy. Like,
It's all in love. You know that.
Dude, you guys were ripping on me so much this morning. I got so mad at you guys. I just ignored those DMs, and I just put like a roll eyes face. And then Sam went and like private messaged me, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, you you ruined my Monday or something like that. I think Buck said that too. Like a couple people said,
it's just a joke.
And I was like, and I like very personally, I was like, yo, like listen, this is what happened. And I detailed it out like we talked at the beginning of the podcast. So like,
And it's all your fault.
Kind of half my fault, but it's also kind of Austin's fault. Like, because we could have done it, it just would have been late. And then Sam writes back, like, you realize I'm just kidding with you. Like, it's gonna be okay if if you guys do it the next day. He's like, I'm giving you shit. I miss you, and I hope
that's what Sam does. Though is we give you shit, Rob.
I know. And he's like, I'm very happy for you. She's like, I stalked you all weekend. It looks like you had a good time.
We just know you're sensitive,
Yeah. So on to other news. What do we got? The Stanley Cup was won.
I mean, what happened? Well, it wasn't. It was during the time frame of this week and last week.
Oh yeah.
It didn't happen that long ago.
I guess it happened like last week Tuesday.
It was Monday. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, I think you're right.
Because it was like right after our podcast. I think.
Yeah.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday. I didn't realize it was that recent.
You act like we don't do this every week.
The problem is, man, like so many shows like blur together, and I'm like, I could have sworn we talked about the Stanley Cup the last time. I'm like,
we talk about hockey like every podcast episode because of you.
Yeah, I kind of like hockey, and I'm kind of sponsored to play hockey. So
right, yeah, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, no one knows that about me. So like, anyway,
that was your first time,
Yep, brand new to hockey. I'm like learning about it and stuff. Never played, no interest. I'm not even a fan.
I didn't think so.
So Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup, and everyone knows that by now because it's over like at least 6 days old, maybe 5 days old.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of cool because Tampa won their back-to-back Stanley Cup. Not many teams have done that, except for, ironically, a handful of them, including the Canadiens. The Canadiens, I think, now are at least, I think they're like 18 or 19 years without going to the Stanley Cup. And I don't even know if they won it last time, I think in 93 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was the year before the Avalanche were created, so it should have been like 93, 94.
Mm-hmm.
Because Patrick Waugh, who was a goalie for them, who went to the Avalanche when the Avalanche became an expansion team to the NHL, was on their team. So, anyways, that's kind of it for hockey news. We actually have something funny to talk about later about hockey, but let's get on to some other news.
And then another big thing that happened was it Saturday night?
Yeah, it was Saturday night.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure everybody and their mom has seen it. With the Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier fight, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it by now.
Yeah, you know what kind of sucks about doing this on Tuesday versus Monday? I feel like the news that even happens on Saturday is still like somewhat relevant. Whereas like I listen to a couple podcasts I follow that record either through the weekend or they'll record Monday like we do.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about it. And
well, of course.
Like, the boat on it. Like even though it's a 1 day difference, it feels like it was fucking like a week ago already. But yeah, do you have anything for that?
So I'm pretty sure everybody knows what happened. I mean, Conor McGregor's like full ankle and foot just snapped.
Yeah,
and it was pretty gruesome.
There's an analysis that was broken down that Joe Rogan posted about, and from what I read in the caption on Instagram, it sounds like that they were able to figure out the point where Dustin Poirier checked one of his
because it hit his elbow.
Yeah, something like that. Like because it was a front kick, and it was actually like seconds before he did this where he started moving his foot backwards.
Yeah.
And then when he went to put pressure back on it, that's when like it just completely snapped. It was already broken at that point.
Yeah, because when he went to throw the kick, Dustin checked it with his elbow, and ended up breaking his leg basically.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, and then from everything I've seen, neither of them are gonna back down. They're gonna have another fight.
Dude, I saw something as a meme the other day. It was like, it was a picture. You remember like a year or two ago when they were doing those like face tune things where you could take your face and old as fuck.
Oh yeah.
They took a picture of their recent like fight card picture and made both Poirier and McGregor like old as fuck, like 60s, 70s, whatever.
Still fighting.
It's like the 33 matchup, revenge,
right?
Something like that.
That wouldn't surprise me none at this point.
I doubt they're gonna fight that many times. Honestly, like, who knows if they'll even be able to come back and fight? I mean, like, sometimes when you injure something that's from your foot, ankle, calf, knee, that could be a wrap for.
Oh yeah, but you also got to think about it. Of the UFC too, are they gonna let McGregor, go? Because he's their fucking moneymaker.
Yeah, but a lot of people are getting upset with him.
He should have retired, dude. He should have retired a long time ago.
I get why he wanted to do one more fight, but
it's always one more fight, though.
Did you see that 1 Minute Man thing that I sent you, or did you just click heart on it?
I just clicked heart. I never watched it. I meant to watch it before this.
Pull it up right now. Actually, let's show our guests. So it's in Vigilant Humble. While he's getting it, it was something that Barstool Sports sent out this. I think it was this morning or yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's basically the breakdown of a couple things that Gregor was saying when he was injured, and they're pretty fucked up. I don't want to ruin it because I would rather you hear it from the dude, KFC.
Yeah, hold on. Where? Oh, did you put it? Did you send it to me or did you put it in our group?
I sent it to you.
I got it. I got it. It was I'll find it. Hold on.
In the meantime, let me go on to another note.
I got it right here. Okay. So this is 3 minutes and 38 seconds. So
That's fine. Play the whole thing, or until the advertisements go for him.
right, yeah. So let's see. We're gonna share a screen, share audio. This is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Saturday night, everybody saw Conor McGregor snap his leg and lose to Dustin Poirier at UFC 264. What you might not have seen, however, is this alternate angle footage of McGregor on the mat during Poirier's post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. McGregor continually repeated that Poirier and his wife were going to get it in their sleep while pointing a gun to his head. Just an absolutely brutal look for McGregor in what might be the last match we ever view him as an elite MMA superstar. As a casual MMA fan and a casual Irishman, I love Conor McGregor just like anybody else. On the mic, in the ring, he was one of the all-time greats. It was like taking your favorite WWF superstar, except he was doing it in real, actual hand-to-hand combat sports. When he's winning and on top of the world, there is nobody better. His mic skills are second to none. He knows how to utilize social media. He's funny. He's cocky. He's got that braggadocious swagger. He knew how to sell the fight. He knew how to finish the fight. And he knew who to call out for the next fight. Women wanted him, men wanted to be him. He was the top dog in all of sports. But man, the other side of McGregor, the losing McGregor, it's an ugly scene. There was a hint of humility when he lost to Poirier the first time, but the second time around, ratcheting up the shit talk, making it personal, and now calling out people saying you're gonna kill them in their sleep. I know it's the fight game. I know you just broke your leg. Your adrenaline's pumping. You're just out of your mind. You're gonna say some things you don't mean. But all week long, saying he was gonna send Poirier out in a coffin, saying he wasn't gonna call him his family, now saying you're gonna kill him and his wife in their sleep. It's just a tough look from a dude who used to make all the right moves. And really, it wasn't just the you're gonna get it in your sleep moment. I thought the whole time leading up to the fight, it was subpar McGregor shit talk. I mean, calling Jolie Poirier the husband in the marriage, Poirier deflected that beautifully, just embracing it, saying, yeah, I love my husband. And then how many times is McGregor gonna play the your wife is in my DMs card? We heard it 50,000 times. And we all know that it was just Jolie Poirier probably talking shit, saying that you're a scumbag for not donating the money you promised or whatever. There's a reason why McGregor never actually showed the message, and it's because it had nothing to do with her wanting to have sex with him. That was it. It was all just personal low blows. And I understand you're trying to sell the fight and create tension, but then after the fight, after you've lost, after you've broken your leg, literally saying, I'm going to kill you in your sleep? I mean, even Joe Rogan stopped in the middle of his interview with Poirier and looked over at McGregor like, dude, what are you saying? Because anybody being honest with themselves, from Joe Rogan all the way down to the casual fan like me, and maybe even McGregor himself, knows that that was an embarrassing look for the former champ. And while Conor's star continues to fall, Poirier's star only continues to rise, an elite star in his weight class who put on a master class on how to handle a troll like McGregor. Walked out of there, keyword being walked out of there, with a W and his dignity, took the high road, was shouting out the kid fighting cancer, told the world to go build homes in Uganda. Meanwhile, McGregor's on the mat, broken leg, saying, I'm going to kill this guy and his wife. No better representation of the opposite ends of the spectrum and the way you can handle yourself in this sport. Poirier's nothing but an American fighter who puts out a good product and delivers to the millions of people in this country, just like Evan Hafer and Black Rifle Coffee. Evan Hafer is a U.S.
Okay.
We're good then.
Yeah.
No, like, so, and that's, I know you, since you didn't watch the fight, John and I paid to watch the fight. I know you caught the replays and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a bunch of things that I follow usually are around hockey or Ultimate Fighting Championship. And that was like the big talk is, you know, the way he lost and the lack of humility, dignity, and to like threaten his fucking life. Like,
yeah, I mean, because usually afterwards, for most UFC fights, it's all hugs and high fives and, you know, they're buddy afterwards because it's all for a show, right? They don't really hate each other usually.
For the most part.
For the most part.
There are times where they do hate each other. And
right.
Honor in the past has brought out that hate out of people, but never in a way of like, you know, attacking someone's family.
Yeah.
It's uncalled for. Like if you want to, I mean, even reword it with that, like I'm going to kill you in your sleep, or I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to find you. Something like that. Like, that's way better than threatening his wife. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? And it kind of sucks because, like, yeah, granted, his leg was broken, his adrenaline was fucking going, and it was crazy. And to be completely honest, I went back and forth until the very start of the fight, and just because I felt like Conor was slightly the underdog in it, I ended up picking Conor to win the fight because I just thought, like, he's going to come out, he's got something to prove after losing the last one. And you know, like the last one that he lost, like he was super humble about it, like it was like a champion Conor. And then to come out and like say that you want to kill someone's family, dude, like come on, dude. Like, so my point is, you had brought up that like UFC might want him. UFC might not want something like that.
Yeah, not like that. Yeah,
fans and fans they're gonna look at it like, here's this other guy, like you know, KFC was saying on Barstool Sports, or Minuteman was saying, after that fight was done, like he talked shit a little bit to Conor because he's like, dude, he's like, no, we're not good right now. Like, you threatened my fucking wife and family, dude. He's like, and he's like, karma isn't a bitch, but sometimes karma's a mirror, and that's why your leg is fucking broke right now, or something like that.
And I saw something that said, like he was asked if he was done, like if they were just gonna call it quits with, you know, their whole beef after this fight, and he's like, fuck no. He's like, after what he said, he's like, I want to, you know, go have another round at him. And honestly, I think the main thing that made Conor mad is because he wanted to keep going. You know, he wanted to, you know, back up his words and do it, but he couldn't. Like, he was physically unable to.
Yeah. No, it was crazy because in real time, for those who saw the fight or watched it at full speed, it happened so fast where it almost looked like Conor got tagged with something, but you didn't see what he got tagged with. And then he fell backwards to the cage in pain. And then Dustin got on top of him and started pummeling more and more. There was only like 10 or 20 seconds left in the first round, and everyone thought like he was going to get the knockout there. Something bad would happen, and Conor survives it. The bell goes, and then like within seconds of it, like the ref is calling off the fight, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like, no one got knocked out.
Yeah.
And then the camera was on Conor, who's sitting on the cage, and his ankle is fucking sideways.
Yeah, and it was swollen ridiculously.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty crazy because, like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, I liked Conor a lot, and you know, I also like Dustin. And right as the fight started, I even told everyone in the room, I was like, you know what, I think Dustin's gonna win, but I picked differently on the SOS thing, and
right. And I came in. We were talking about this on the last podcast when we had Tony on. And I said from the beginning that I thought Dustin was gonna win, just because of Conor's. You know, Conor recently he's been more about ego and putting on a show than actually putting on a fight. You know, and it shows with, you know, especially now. It was with his ego. He got all mad and was saying shit that he shouldn't have because of his, you know, ego was just too big.
The skill set was there, though. Like,
100. Yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter.
He looked good. He almost got a guillotine at the very beginning of the fight, within the first like minute or two. Yeah, he almost had Dustin in a guillotine, and he was able to roll out of it. And yeah, like I don't know, like both of them kind of went back and forth with leg kicks. Like they were trying to get calves because that's how Dustin beat him last time.
Right, that's what they do.
Well, no, that's something new to the sport within the past couple of years. The calf kick is like one of the most demobilizing things that you can do to it. And you have two choices. You can either take the kick or you check it, but you have to check it with your shin, and that shit hurts. And you know, risk of what was it, Whitaker that snapped his leg like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Anyways,
Yeah, it snapped like a twig.
yeah, from checking a kick or throwing a kick to check.
I think it was throwing a kick.
Throwing a kick to a check.
Yeah,
So-
which is the same thing that happened to Connor, basically.
Exactly, except it was with Dustin's either forearm or elbow.
But yeah,
So it's pretty fucking crazy. Other than that, dude, is there any way while I'm looking for this, can you try to find a highlight for Sean O'Malley?
is that the big guy?
No. Sean O'Malley is this little dude. He's
He's the crazy guy.
crazy hair, and his
Mhm,
most
I got him.
recent fight with God, I can't remember the kid's name. It was-
Chris Motino.
Maybe does the dude have green hair?
Yeah,
See if you can find the highlights on.
yeah, it's the most recent one.
Okay, play this shit.
Hold
This
on,
fight
I
was-
still have to look for it.
This was the fight of the night for those of you who didn't see it. So Sean O'Malley is a knockout expert. Like he sets up a bunch of people. He's 13-1. Now he's 14-1 with this fight. But this guy that he fought absorbed, I think, by the end of the fight, 255 shots to the face. It was insane. Like, and he would not drop, and he was still coming at him trying to fight him.
Yeah.
Well,
the fuck
Austin
is this
looked
shit?
for it. We'll talk about it a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, he just it was insane. Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good one where they show off. No, I'm trying to find the number of hits punches he
or
threw.
like highlight. Just honestly, if you find anything that's like a minute or two long or 4 minutes or something like that, just shows highlights from that fight, it'd be good too. Because
Yeah, I found a highlight here. It's only 45 seconds, so.
Yeah.
Audio and then okay.
Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for UFC 264, Poirier versus McGregor 3, presented by Modelo. Minus 3 rounds in the UFC.
Well, that didn't work apparently.
yeah, no,
I was like, what the hell was that?
it looks like it was just the introductions.
Apparently, it said highlights. It said full highlights. So
It might have been just like highlights overall. Maybe just highlights from Sean.
yeah, I'm looking something else up right now.
Otherwise, I might be able to find it from Instagram earlier too.
No, I found something. I just have to wait.
Oh, for like the advertisement.
Yeah.
Gotta get that YouTube Premium, man. Add it to the subscription.
Okay, I found something.
All right.
Easily. Very unusual fighter and very unusual human being.
Mutino out of the southpaw stances in blue, Sean O'Malley in green.
Oh my goodness.
Sniper-like start for Sean O'Malley has landed 7 of his first 8.
He lets the right hand go down.
Look at that.
See,
When
he's
he
still
lets the
coming
right
at
hand
him.
go, man, it's
Oh, yeah.
a dangerous punch.
He's
And he's
chopping
gonna
at
get
that low
rocked.
leg.
I told that to Mutino when we were talking to him. I said, you gotta be careful not to think this is a no-lose situation because
He's getting teed off on.
he is getting tagged.
That front kick to the body is money.
Yeah, his face is just beat up.
O'Malley. It's just he cracked him. He cracked O'Malley. Mutino is swinging though.
There's no doubt.
He is really trying to win this fight.
Joe. He came to
to
fight.
fight. Mutino, if anything, has shown so far that he can take a good shot.
That's what I was gonna say, Joe. He's as fresh as he's gonna
So
get,
many
right?
hits.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Knocked his ass.
he's hurt.
He gets right back up. Like you think at this point, like he's done, right?
Good inside low kick again
Yeah.
by Mutino.
Good inside kicks by Mutino.
And he's forcing Sean to switch. Sean checked that one though.
And despite the flash, Sean O'Malley certainly not.
Those of you that
Position
listen,
lightly.
Mutino with a
Mutino
very good
is
right
fighting
hand in that
O'Malley.
Good
exchange.
combination there.
hit so
Mutino's
many
taking
times
it
in the
all
face.
and moving forward.
Oh,
Beautiful knee up the middle. Oh my God. Look at that combination.
Massachusetts native Mutino.
No.
Final second to the round.
But just rocked him with that straight right hand there. Here's the end of the round. I mean, this is after absorbing a barrage of punches, but the accuracy of Sean O'Malley is just something to behold. He's having a hard time just standing up.
And yet he's flipping the bird to Tim Welch, right? Giving the other corner the finger. O'Malley landed 89 significant strikes unofficially in round one.
89 in the first round.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the round, when Sean wasn't thinking about time, he knew he was on short time. He decided to really dig his heels in.
Dude loves to fight.
And here's the thing, Sean looking up at the time 2 times in that first round. You got to think he's feeling
I thought
this.
you messaged me afterwards.
Look at how he's doing this too. He's just so unpredictable. His move, like there, you know, he's just got such a diverse attack. But Mutino is still staying on him. If one of these shots lands, it could significantly alter the course of this fight.
Take the legs at the end.
Man,
I mean,
hand speed.
How about the chin of Mutino? I mean, think about the shots that
Oh, yeah.
tough guys like Eddie Wineland.
90 seconds here to go round 2. Next level durability on display from Mutino. Another right hand lands.
Right? He hasn't been able to hurt him to the head. He went to the body on that last time.
Stop.
Crazy watching Mutino.
How much longer is this video?
O'Malley's having to work tonight.
And then we can cut it off there.
Yeah, I was gonna say cut it off.
But yeah, man, I mean, that's crazy. He threw, a couple hundred punches throughout that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then he was still standing at the end when the other guy was crowned the victor too.
So he was still standing, but the interesting thing about that match was the last 31 seconds called it a knockout because to save the guy probably from
it was a TKO.
Yeah, TKO. Which was kind of crazy, kind of fucked up because the guy was still standing and still good to go. So
Yeah.
but at the same time, two interesting things about that fight were the fact that guy was a stand-in for the fight when it was literally 11 days out. So he was a stand-in, which is pretty amazing. And then the other thing that was interesting was there was a lot of respect given to that dude by O'Malley, who usually is kind of like a little bit of shit talker himself, kind of like Connor. And, he basically gave him credit. But then at the very end, Joe Rogan's like, what did you think about them calling the fight early with only 31 seconds left? O'Malley said something to the effect of, he's kind of lucky that he called it because honestly, he's like, I was going to kill him. He's like, I was just trying to take his head off at that point. Like, I wanted him knocked out.
Well, yeah, because he kept coming back.
Yeah.
He's like, just go down already. Come on.
Yeah. But dude, that was 3 rounds, 5 minutes, 3 rounds and
like 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 on that last one. Still,
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, yeah, and he said during the first round he threw 89 punches.
Oh yeah, and then at one point it was like 250 or like it was just insane numbers. Like they were putting them up. I was posting them on my Snapchat that night too.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if you get hit in the face once, it hurts. Let alone 250 times.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
It's ridiculous, man. But
okay, so let's continue and go back to the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah, Stanley Cup news. Why don't you bring up the picture that we have for this?
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and talk about that, I'll bring up the picture.
Okay. So, as you guys know, this is in trending news, by the way. Stanley Cup was won in Tampa, and Florida loves doing fucked up things, aka Florida man. Well, the Stanley Cup champions took the Tampa Bay Lightning, took the Stanley Cup to a party, I guess, over the
It was
weekend,
a boat party. Yeah, it was a boat party.
which I don't think they invited Tom Brady to because, Tom Brady was just throwing around the Super Bowl thing in Tampa. Anyways, as you can see in this picture here, the top of the Stanley Cup is completely flattened.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like that.
It got crushed. So somehow, some way, the boys of Tampa fucking crushed the top of the Stanley Cup. Here's the ironic part, and you brought this to my attention, Austin. Where's the Stanley Cup got to go to get fixed?
It's got to go back to the place that they just lost it from, which is Montreal.
Yeah, well, where Montreal lost it.
Well, yeah.
So it's got to go to Montreal to be fixed. So the Stanley Cup's been in circulation, and they add layers to it every couple decades. They'll add like a new tier to it to allow more names to be scribed on it. There's been 2 known cases where it's been like damaged beyond belief, where it had to get sent back. And ironically, it was in 2018. The Capitals were trying to do, like keg stands on top of it and crushed it at the top. And then now the Tampa Bay Lightning broke it as well. But just kind of funny, kind of random.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure the people who are in charge of the Stanley Cup aren't happy about that at all.
Oh yeah, because they're probably Montreal Canadian fans. They're probably, dude, I would just like put some sort of like poison on it or whatever and send it back. Give them like food poisoning somehow.
Send them a decoy.
Yeah, keep the real cup.
Send them a decoy. Or no, you know what's going to happen is it's going to be sent back to Montreal for it to be fixed, and then Montreal is going to come in and steal it.
Yeah. Or they'll just hold on. They'll hold on to it like insanely long. Oh, this is too much of a big problem to fix, eh?
Yeah, they're gonna hold on to it until next year.
Or here's a better one. Sam's gonna go up there and heist the fucking cup.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know how guarded that thing probably is.
I don't know. She's like, I'm a hockey player, eh? Can I get a picture with the cup, eh? And they'll just say a bunch of A's, and that's like their cryptic language of like.
She'll just say sorry a lot.
Sorry.
For Sam listening to this.
Yeah, Sam listening to this, she drives into work in the morning because she's pissed that she didn't get to listen to this yesterday morning. I hope you're enjoying your coffee and you're not as pissed because you get to hear our pleasant voices.
Goddamn Tim Hortons.
Tim Horton.
Okay, and so the next thing that happened over the weekend that was pretty crazy is New York City flooded.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone about that? I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah, I mean, so I saw a couple videos on Instagram and stuff that where the subway system is completely submerged in water right now. So I'm gonna share a video here where. We don't need the sound, but still, I mean, look at the amount of water coming down those stairs.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was from rainfall, right?
Yeah, it was from a flash flooding. Basically, I saw somewhere that said they got 3 inches of rain in one day.
And it created this much havoc. Like there was areas that were flooded, like that Barstool Sports.
Look at that! See, look at that! No.
And that's above ground.
Yeah, that's above ground.
I want to see the ones where it showed like people wading through the water.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too, and then I also saw photos where like the water was all the way up to the entrance of the subway.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it right now. It's right here. It's in our chat.
Okay.
I just 100 marked it. If you go up like 4 or 5.
I don't see anything. What you're talking about?
Go to Vigilant Humble's story.
Oh, on Instagram?
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't see anything.
Because there's some good videos in there from Minuteman as well. Maybe we can show that, and then we'll get into our closing thoughts.
Yeah, closing.
Yeah, ATI.
Yeah. Trying to find it. You have so much shit in here. Oh, here it is.
Dude, it's literally that's 4 up.
That's not the one. That's the wrong one. The one the 100%ed is the one with the cicadas.
Oh God. Oh, that one's terrible. Don't show that one.
Here, I'll pull up the one you're talking about though.
I thought I sent that one to you. Maybe I sent it to the group.
I think you sent it to the group, but I'll find it here.
It was for Minuteman.
Yeah, I mean, and like he was saying in the video that you're talking about, why would you go down there? Like, who knows what's down there after flooding?
Yeah, I found it. I can DM it to you if you want it.
Okay, yeah, I got a couple pictures, but you can just message it to me and we'll pull it up. But yeah, like I said, they got something like 4 inches or 3 inches of rain in like a day, which is unheard of.
Okay, you should have it.
I got it now. Okay. Share screen. It doesn't matter. But still,
get the audio. Get the audio.
Okay. See, not like it matters.
Right, man. It does matter.
Does it though?
Otherwise we're just staring at something. Then we have to describe it, whereas it could be explained, and then the listeners can hear it, and the visual people that are watching this on YouTube in the year 2075 will be happy.
Okay.
You wade through 5 feet of lake-infested water.
So here.
Now you're in New York. Concrete jungle where you wade through 5 feet of lake-infested water. Swimming with vermin. There's nothing you can't do. This was the scene yesterday in New York City after a biblical amount of rain flooded the subway system. You had the Old Faithful geyser in Penn Station shooting up water from the depths of hell. You had these two guys pretending it was fucking field day, going with the potato sack hop with a garbage bag, trying to stay dry and failing miserably. And then the most upsetting of all, this woman wading down into neck-high water going into the subway system.
I gotta catch the train.
Who are going into the subway? I can understand if you get dropped off and your station's flooded and you're like, I just got to get through this water to get out and get home. But who are these people going down the steps into this toxic nuclear waste Ninja Turtles water being like, I don't know, I got to catch the local train. I promise you, whatever the situation is, the better decision is not getting inside the subway stew with the Hudson water and the East River and the bum toilets. And think about when you get one little droplet of air conditioner water in New York City that lands on your face, right on your lip. You're like, imagine willingly diving into that shit like you're Michael fucking Phelps in Beijing. I don't care how poor you think you are, you can afford one cab ride. You can afford Uber one time with the 10x surge. And if you can't, then you fucking walk. And you go ahead and be 5 hours late to whatever commitment you got. Because I'd rather get soaked and drenched by clean rainwater than head down to the MTA whirlpool that makes the fucking Wuhan wet market look like a hermetically sealed clean room. Let me go swimming through 4 feet of water that is no doubt infested with rats and disease and filth, not to mention 100-year-old electrical work. I can't believe people aren't getting electrocuted left and right. Congratulations that we got over coronavirus. New York City, we did as good of a job as you possibly can, but guess what? The plague is fucking coming from this flood. Because if you don't think mixing up the bum, piss, and poop with the rats and the pigeons and all the other disgusting shit that are down there in the tunnels, if you don't think whipping all that together in some sort of giant cauldron is going to create the next plague, you don't know a fucking thing about this city, man. And if it's not the next pandemic, it's for sure the next monster apocalypse. It's like that movie Tomorrow War on Amazon. People thought that the aliens came from space and brought these monsters to wipe out the planet. Turned out the aliens were...
That was a good movie, though.
That was a good movie, though. But yeah, and I also saw videos of like the water coming through the doors of the subway while people are on it.
Yeah. So I happen to have YouTube open, and I have our live video going as well.
Yes.
It's kind of funny because it's probably like 5 seconds behind what we're actually broadcasting.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of just a heads up in case we ever do anything. Well, we could stop the cast immediately.
Okay, bye. No.
Okay, bye. We're out.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's just crazy. I definitely wouldn't go in that water. Who knows what the fuck is down there?
Dude, that I was thinking about like some of the we used to when I was in Iraq with my like recon and sniper team, we would sometimes use these what we called shit creeks to get to an objective because no one wanted to go down. And what they basically were was a lot of even nice houses in Iraq had above ground sewage. Essentially, you take a shit in a palace or a mansion or whatever, or piss, and it goes into this little hole that goes into a gutter, down to the street gutter, and then that gutter goes to the lowest point in that town where it just fills up like a little like not canyon, but almost like culvert or just a depression area, and it becomes a shit creek. And I used to how disgusting that stuff was, walking around that stuff, walking through that stuff. So,
well, yeah, because I mean, over there they don't have, septic systems and sewer systems like we do.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I had to do it for like survivability.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, you got to think of the smell. I mean, it doesn't exactly smell pretty when you're over there either.
No, the whole country.
And the whole country stinks.
Dude, I'm being serious. Like, it smelled like pieces.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man. But
is it Rob House smells like?
No, not even close. I can't remember. It was you earlier that was talking about, like, my new house. I don't need a big house.
Oh, yeah.
OCD with cleaning stuff, and you're like, too much room for you to clean. You need something small and easy.
I mean, you're constantly always cleaning your house.
I like clean shit. As a matter of fact, when I stayed at my girlfriend's house this weekend, I woke up like an hour or two before on a work day because I had worked out there one day.
One of the perks of living with Rob is you always have a clean house.
DMs are closed, but if they open again, no, I will help clean your house. Thank God she doesn't listen to this. Anyways,
she will.
Don't listen to episode 22, hon.
I'm gonna send her a Snapchat after this.
No. Like I said, DMs are closed because I like this show a lot. Anyways, she's been. I had to get up for work and do the whole entire walk from the bedroom to the computer.
Your whole wet 10 feet?
This time I had my computer set up in the living room, so it was about a 20-foot walk. It was
so far.
That's like 7 times the commute that I have to do for my current job. My current job, like, literally behind me is my bedroom. Like, I get up in the morning, my bed is like touching distance.
It's okay. Mine's right there too. It's okay. I do the same thing.
I wake up in the morning, I roll out of bed, I put on my little blue blocking like glasses, which I don't even know where they are right now, and I just start logging into my computer and doing work. Anyways, so this was a little bit further, and I was bored and I was waiting for a meeting, so I literally just cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, made coffee, stuff like that. So yeah. So my house doesn't smell like shit. That's all. Clean house.
Well, yeah, and another thing is speaking of your houses, you don't allow shoes in your house.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about that. That's interesting.
Dude,
because
you need to take a poll on Instagram tomorrow.
Because for me, I walk all over my house in my shoes.
That is so fucking disgusting. Like,
well, I mean,
horrible, disgusting. Just, like, makes me want to Ralph, dude. Like, so fucking great. All right, go on.
But how many? I wonder how many people though. Actually, we'll have to do a poll on this afterwards. But I wonder how many people wear their shoe. Like when they come inside, do they wear their shoes like around the house, or do they immediately take them off at the door?
So one of the things that I judged on my current girlfriend was that, and she takes off her shoes, whereas my ex, her family and her down in Texas do this hillbilly shit in their fucking beautiful ass like mansion house. Like they're business owners. They have a fucking nice like full-size, probably $1 million house, and they just walk around in cowboy boots that they were just walking around in a fucking barn with, and got shit and pissed and everything all over their fucking boots. And they're
I
just
mean, I do
walking
the
around.
same thing.
And then later on that day, they're going to take off their shoes and they're going to walk around the house, get that shit on their socks, and then they're going to go to bed. And then like, she's trying to explain to me it's okay to keep your shoes on. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep my shoes on. I see what you motherfuckers are doing. I'm not getting my feet dirty just because you guys are dirty motherfuckers. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I just grew up in a household, dude, where like you don't wear shoes in the house. And
Rob's just a little OCD, but a clean freak.
I go out and I get dirty. I hike. I camp. I do all fucking cool hardcore shit. I sweat my ass off at the gym. Play hockey. I also take showers right after hockey, though.
Yeah, so it's another thing is, I mean, I take showers after I work out too, but that was another thing that we were talking about is, you know, some people don't take showers after they work out.
Yo, shout out to my ex again. That bitch wouldn't take showers after hockey. Not like that is so gross. She's like, guys might see me or whatever. And typically the way it works in a co-ed locker room is the girls will go last or they'll go first. That way, like, no one's like peeping on them because I mean, like they could be like attractive or maybe they're uncomfortable with a bunch of dudes looking at them naked. Like, I get that. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. And then sometimes they're separate bathrooms. But this bitch would play hockey, sweat her ass off, play pretty good hockey. Nah, sometimes terrible. Sweat her ass off. And then, like, we go home and she would get in bed with me. And I'm like, yo, you going to shower tonight? Like, nah, I'll get it tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay. Good luck with that. I'm like, you can, like, stay over there.
Yeah, so Brewer says that he wears house shoes in the house, but not outdoor shoes in the house.
I can live with that. I do that with, like, I for a long time I had indoor Crocs that I would wear inside because they're fucking comfortable on your feet. When I used to run like half marathons and like full marathon only one time, but like when I was training for it, I always used to do Crocs in the house, or like that makes plenty of sense. And I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Austin, you should clean your dirty ass floors, and then you should do that. Like, do you need me to buy you some shoes? Like, I'll do it. I'll buy you some indoor shoes. But stop. Like, just think about it.
I have flip flops that are kind of indoor shoes. But I still wear them outdoors, though.
Exactly. So dude, you know how anal I am about this shit? So, like, I have a pair of workout shoes that I keep downstairs. They're clean and have only been in the house. So if I have to work out in my house, I'll work out with those ones. I have gym shoes that go to the gym with me that are never worn in the house. A couple times this year, I've been playing with Allie downstairs, and I throw the ball upstairs. She brings it back. I run upstairs to go play with her. For some stupid reason, my brain doesn't click because I'm wearing shoes. I go outside with the clean shoes. Immediately, I take off those shoes. I have a backup pair of clean shoes. They're not my favorite workout shoes. Finish the workout. Guess where those bitches go? Right in the washer machine. Even though I only stepped in my backyard for a minute or two. But there's like shit.
Oh, you put your shoes through the washing machine?
Hell yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I've never put shoes in the washing machine.
Yeah. If you have like the shout out Nobles. I don't know if you can hear Allie.
Oh yeah, I know. Nobles are great shoes.
Yeah, Nobles are really good at going through the laundry.
I've never put shoes. I mean, shoes are supposed to be dirty. They're shoes.
Okay. You just said it. You said it right there. Shoes are supposed to be dirty, correct?
Yes, correct.
Taking dirty things and you're just troughing around your house. Like you go to.
It's normal to me.
It's just weird. At least Mike agreed with me. I guess he met us in the middle, but yeah, no, that's disgusting. And
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, thank God you're not visiting my house. I'll be yelling at you then.
I will. One of these days. When you move to Arizona, I'm just gonna walk all over your house in shoes.
Yeah. Might get a visitor here in a second.
That's okay.
Let's get into our answer to the internet. For those of you who are first joining us, tell them what answer to the internet is.
So answer to the internet is some fucked up questions that we find from Barstool Sports. Because Barstool Sports actually disappeared for a little bit. For the Answer the Internet, at least, because of COVID, because they couldn't interview like people anymore to ask them questions. So they actually just recently came back. So I found some questions from them that they recently do, and we're gonna get into it.
One or two of them.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into it. Go read the first question, Rob.
Okay. Which would you rather? Hang on. Which would you rather have in a war? A T-Rex or 100 kangaroos? So basically, who are you picking to win a war? What you got?
See, that's a hard one because 100 kangaroos is a lot of fucking kangaroos.
Well, dude, remember what it was earlier?
It was a T-Rex or a tank.
There is no way a tank is gonna get destroyed by a T-Rex. So I thought that was a bullshit question.
See,
Like,
I disagree though.
you think a T-Rex can destroy a tank?
I think he could fuck it up pretty good.
Dude, you shoot that thing with a cannon, you
Well,
done.
And I'm not saying they're versing each other. Smart one.
Oh,
What would you have in a war, like on your side?
Oh shit! I misread this question.
Yeah, what would you rather have in a war on your side? A T-Rex or a tank?
Let's answer this question again. Let's do it the original way, and then the way of them versing each other. So actually, do
Jeez.
versus each other, and then read the question the way it should have been.
Okay. Anyways, so how Rob read it. Which would you rather have in a war? A
Against each other.
T-Rex, a T-Rex versus a tank, or a T-Rex versus 100 kangaroos. 100 kangaroos would fuck up a T-Rex.
Yeah. You're going kangaroo.
Yeah.
All right, same. Now in war, all right, do the question the way it should have been. Since I
So think about it this way: if you're gonna go back to Afghanistan, right, and they told you in your platoon you could either have a T-Rex or a tank on your side. Which one are you gonna choose?
I'm gonna take a T-Rex with me.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do too.
Terrifying. What the fuck?
Ride a T-Rex into battle. Where'd Rob go? He went to go get something real fast.
Yep. Okay. God damn.
Calling T-Rex support.
Read this next one.
Yeah. I figured this would be a good one, Rob.
No, it's not. I'm in a relationship now.
But still, okay. Okay. Would you still fuck your girlfriend if afterwards she had to hold a press conference on your performance?
It depends
doesn't-
what.
Huh?
Depends which night. Because low key, sometimes it's great. Sometimes you might have the upper advantage. Oh my god. Yeah.
I hope she listens to this.
I hope she does not. We have a joke going of she's the beta and I'm the alpha, and then
I think it's the other way around, but okay.
that's what she says. She's like you're my beta. She's like you're my beta. Like I pretty much fucked you tonight. I'm like wait what?
I mean I agree.
Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, So after we had sex, I let her hold a press conference.
Yeah.
After the last time, or like
Yeah.
just in general. Yes.
Or how this every time you have sex, she holds a breast.
I mean, it might up my game. Like it might do like even better.
Would it make it better or worse though?
I think it would make it better. Because I'm super competitive with my athletic stuff, and now like this being announced to everyone, like it's fucking go big, bud. We're bringing utensils in the kitchen and stuff and the bedroom.
Yeah, say Brewer brought up something for you.
What is it?
You can
pegging? Oh my god!
We know why you're the real beta.
Read that because it's kind of blurry on my end.
Oh, it says we don't need to know about the pegging, Rob, that he does in the bedroom with his girlfriend.
There's no pegging.
And that's why you're the real beta.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about you? How are you answering? Would you do the broadcast?
I'm gonna go no, because it's gonna put fucking too much pressure on the situation.
Performance anxiety.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay.
You have to do a Save Our Six live stream after every time, and she's gonna tell you about your everybody about your performance.
Honestly, hon, I give you a 2-star on this one, and then the next one. It was a 5-star, but he didn't do much.
Only because I was thinking about somebody else. No.
Oh my god! You better not listen to this one. No, funny story actually. Today, like we have a dinner date coming up, and
oh, you're gonna bring that up?
I think no. Oh, actually, I should bring that shit up.
Fuck it, dude. Anyways.
Yeah, two. We're gonna do.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
Hopefully she doesn't. So she texts me and she's like, "Hey, we got a date that we're going to, and it's like blah blah blah, this and that." So in my mind, I'm thinking it's a formal event. Like maybe don't go suit and tie, but definitely a nice dress shirt with slacks, dress shoes, and a tie. Like I can dress up. I also know how to dress fucking down, but I also own suits and shit. So I'm like, babe, do you want me to wear a tie and like slacks or anything? She's like, no. She's like, that's overkill. It's Wyoming. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I have, nice t-shirts, or I can do a collared shirt with, nice dress jeans or something like that and shoes. She's like, how about naked? And I was like,
Birthday suit Rob.
My comment was emoji eggplant, and I basically just said, well, I'm gonna be around you, so I should be good.
And so you just need a mini eggplant emoji.
No. Anyways, so that was one, and then right before the podcast started, was I a little bit heated?
You were.
Why was I heated?
You go ahead and tell it.
Okay. So, this weekend, my lovely girlfriend and I were supposed to go on a date to see
your other girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. The girl that I like. Whatever, I'll go see it by myself now. Black Widow. We're supposed to go see that. Super stoked about it. Supposed to happen. We ended up picking up a hitchhiker while we were out in the middle of nowhere this weekend. We ended up being a really cool dude who broke down and needed help. And long story short, he actually vibed pretty well with my girlfriend's girlfriend that was out there with us. And we had a really good time. But it fucked up everything on our date. And we could not go out for that date that night because we missed the show time. So, with that being said, in my brain, that cemented, hey, we're going to do this another time. Because she literally said, hey, babe, don't worry about it. Like, we'll just chill at the house tonight. It's too late. We missed the movie. Let's just go see it another time. What's that sound like to you? You're going to see it another time, right?
Yeah, with her.
With her. Yeah. So instead, I get a phone call about probably about like 45 minutes before the podcast is going to go live. I'm in a good mood. I text her when the podcast is going to be. She says she might be able to listen because she didn't have plans tonight.
Good thing she didn't, huh?
Yeah. Oh, shit. And she calls me and she's like, hey, I'm going to see Black Widow right now. And I'm like, wait, what? You're supposed to go see that with me. She's like, yeah. She's like, I didn't think it was a big deal. I'm like, bitch, like we just said, I even said bitch. I was like, that's not normally how I talk. I was just like reacting, like no filter.
She's gonna listen to this and see that you called her a bitch.
I did in real life too. I was like, are you kidding me right now? She's like, yeah, I am. I'm not kidding you. I am going to see it. And I'm like, with who? She's like, well, with blah blah blah, my girlfriend, aka her girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, and that guy that we picked up on the hitchhiker dude, who actually was really cool. He's an army guy, and apparently he liked her girlfriend. So, yeah. So they went and saw the movie without me. And like I call you and I'm like, let me explain the scenario to you. Am I supposed to be okay with this? And you're
Yes.
like, no. It's fucked up.
I mean, you can always just go watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, for like $30. That's a fucking ripoff.
Right? I agree. I mean, you have a big screen downstairs.
Yeah. I'll probably just go one of these weekdays and go see it with Allie. Go to the movie theater, put her in a chair next to me, and we'll watch it.
Feed her popcorn,
Yeah, that stuff. So, long story short, I got a new girlfriend, and she does asshole shit sometimes. I like her, supposedly.
Okay, so back to questions. Go ahead and read the next question, Rob.
Oh my god. Would you rather fuck a chick who banged 1,000 dudes or a chick who fucked or a chick who's
Can you read?
no, a chick who's animal? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know how you don't see it on your end.
Read the last part.
Says, would you rather fuck a chick who's banged 1,000 dudes or a chick who's banged one animal?
The one part's missing on my end. Oh, because I have it split screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was missing that part. Why? Fuck. Oh, I read it, so you get to answer. What you got?
I mean, I definitely. That's a hard one, but I think I'm gonna go with the chick who's banged an animal because I don't really want to be with a chick who has like STDs and shit.
I mean, like, what if she's clean, but she fucked 1,000 dudes, dude?
I don't want a sausage fest going on or roast beef curtain going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm on the same page as you. Bring on the bestiality, I guess.
Now, what would you do if Steph told you that? Well, my bad. Your girlfriend told you. Name drop. If she told you she had sex with an animal.
So if my girlfriend had said that, yeah, it's sex with an animal. I mean, like, it's that over 1,000 dudes. I mean, I think I'm better with that. But like, if she's doing it for fun,
Right.
I don't know if Allie's ever allowed to stay over there. One, two, we might kidnap her cats because for their safety. Because who knows if those pussies are gonna.
Yeah, so you did try to bring one home a couple weekends ago.
I did. Maybe she pussy up. You know what I mean? So like, you just save it. Dude, this might be the best part of the podcast. It's been. Oh my god. Yeah. No, I'm kind of appalled by it, but I would definitely do a chick who's banged one animal. Dude,
Unless it's like some fucking giant animal, like a horse or a horse.
Elephant.
Yeah, an elephant, something ridiculous like that. Yeah, no chance.
Oh my god. This whole Natty Light can fit in it. Why am I... And they were canceled on episode 22.
Apparently, I think Brewer's over there dying as well.
Yeah. Okay. If there was a stat available for every aspect of your life, what one stat would you want to see? Is there more to it?
No, that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, if there are stats for every single part of your life that you've ever done, from the time you were born till now, which stat would you want to see?
Maybe I'll answer this first because you've answered a lot of them first.
Yeah.
Your entire life.
Your entire life, every single stat you can think of is available.
I want to know like how much timed sex I've had consecutively. Because dude, man, like
how much time have I had having sex in my entire life?
because like
About an hour.
No, dude. Like I can sit down for a while, but I can also
3
like,
seconds isn't a long time.
talk in a minute, bro. No, but I can also like, throw down just a little bit and maybe go faster than I want to go. But that's not my fault. Like,
That's every guy. Don't worry.
I mean, like, I'd tell her or the past that it's a compliment. Like, you're just good.
They don't see it like that. They do not see it as
No,
that.
they're like,
Been there, done that.
I didn't get mine. So, yeah.
And
but-
then they keep saying that you owe them.
Yeah, and then the powers of TBIs kick in, and I forget. Oh no!
Is that what you use as your excuse?
I use that as an excuse, or I tried to refer to a time that was really good.
I mean, you use that as an excuse for everything, so it's okay.
It's been legit through my life to help me get this far. What about you?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't going to go the sex route. I was just thinking about coffee and how much coffee I've consumed in my life, but
And mine's are in different spots. In my life.
apparently.
Oh Jesus. Well, okay. So you're gonna do coffee. I'm gonna do sex stats. Cool. Burr, what would you have done? I don't know if we're on the time.
I don't know. I mean, I think it says we have one viewer, so it might still be him.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, the live did not go off as well as we thought. We definitely had way more people.
But this is also YouTube and not Instagram.
We need to get our followers over there, which if you're listening to this on audio, please subscribe. We saw I think, we have what, like 15 or something like that, or like 20 subscribers on YouTube right now.
I think we have like 5.
No. I'm dead serious. It's like 15 or more because I looked at it today.
I will go double check, but last time I checked, it was like 5. So
Today when I looked at it, I went to share it. Matter of fact, fuck, I can't look at it.
we have 12.
12.
So
Anyways, I guess he's not going to respond, so maybe we'll call it here.
yeah, and then we gotta do the poll about the shoes in house.
Yeah, definitely do the poll, shoes in house, and then other than that, if you are listening on audio,
Oh, Brewer says he's here.
okay.
That's all he said.
Well, he's writing up. What was the question again?
If there are stats available for every aspect of your life, what one stat would you like to see, Brewer?
Well, he's answering.
What are you
that.
gonna say?
I was just gonna say, do us a favor, please subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe to anything that you listen to us on, whether it's audio format or in YouTube. No comment.
No comment, Brewer says.
We'll wrap this fucker up then.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do that. Also, check out our website, saveour6.com is mine, and Vigilant and Humble is Austin. Everyone already knows our ats if they're watching us through Instagram or have in the past. But yeah, man, it was good getting on here on a Tuesday night, I guess.
I know. It's all your fault.
Yeah. Good to catch up for a little bit and just do one. We have a couple people lined up, a couple candidates that are going to come on, or possibly Sam. Apparently, my girlfriend, who you name dropped earlier, who wasn't name dropped,
and that was the complaint. I'm just so used to talking about her with her name, so it's like
I'm just amazed that I haven't said her name at all.
Yeah,
I've
I'm just so used to saying her name, so I was like, yeah, that chick.
So if we make it another couple weeks, she'll be on.
Because she's scheduled to be on the 26th, which is not this next Monday, but the following Monday.
Yeah.
2 weeks from yesterday.
Normally it would have been, but yeah. All right, but that's all I got. You got anything you want to plug or talk about before I wrap us up?
Nope, man. I think you can go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in to the Fight Like Hell podcast, where you listen to us on audio or video. We appreciate the support. Much love and peace.